is rhythm. Rhythm is everything. That's everything. You can start to kind of imagine where rhythm can take you. Rhythm moves your body. Rhythm activates dopamine releases in your brain. Rhythm goes in every single pore and kind of transforms your mood. Rhythm is the way where we're placing our monologue on that river, on that stream of conscious that we're leaving out of our mouth, that comes out of our mouth. Our speech is a current, it's a flow of words. But rhythm gives us those little islands in the middle of that stream, in the middle of that creek, where we can hop from one side of the riverbank to the other, where we can place safely our foot upon and kind of take a little rest and then take a little break and then jump to the next little island, so on and so forth, till we reach the end of that creek, of that river, till we arrived at our destination. Rhythm is the immediate response of our body, of our consciousness to the speech patterns, to the lines, to the phrases we need to memorize. And with rhythm, everything becomes way easier to learn, especially if you have a big text. It's kind of already in there. You just need to listen to yourself. Once you memorize roughly what your first section is about, try to place a rhythm into that section. How does that section come across? How do these lines sound to you? Where does this rhythm come from? Is it more like a loose beat? Is it more a hip-hop beat? Is it more like a heavy metal thing going on? Is it more a classical kind of environment where your beat is placed in? You need rhythm. You need your own rhythm. You need your own pace. You need your own speed. And that's not just being fast, or it's not just the velocity of your pronunciation. It's the rhythm. It's the inherent rhythm that is in there, in that speech. Rhythm makes the whole thing come alive. It makes the whole thing come across as being organic, as being yours. So once you exercise, it's going to be way easier to learn the words, the lines, because it's not just the emotional anchor that you have attached to a small section, what we discussed beforehand, but it's also now like, what kind of rhythm does this emotional anchor have? Like or slower. You see, there is a certain persistence in rhythm. There's a certain, you're insisting with something. You have an intensity that is building up. You have that critical mass that is coming up. And that is the rhythm that is incorporated in every line and every word you're saying. It has a certain rhythm. If it doesn't have a rhythm, it's bland, it's boring, it's just artificial. It's just like everybody else would pronounce it. It's not just a word, it's an emotion. It's not just an emotion, it's a melody. It's not just a melody, it's a rhythm. Because in the end, everything is a song. So rhythm is a very fundamental tool for, the upgrade of your language, of your presentation, of your scene. Rhythm will help you to stand out and internalize way quicker, especially if you have a big text that you have to learn in no time, like yesterday. Yeah, like it happens so many times. Yeah, we need your self-tape for tomorrow, and it's like 16 pages or 10 pages. How we get in there? By using rhythm to break it up. Because rhythm also changes the way we approach the lines and approach the text. If you approach your text out of your ordinary linear automatisms that you always perform in the same way, right? You start your day, you have your workout, you have your breakfast, you fix up the little chores that you have to do, your errands that you have to run, and then you kind of sit down and memorize the lines. That's very boring. It's very linear. Nothing special will come out of that process. But rhythm kind of breaks up this whole everyday routine and that everyday procedure, and now your brain starts to realize, I'm working with something else here. It's about art. If I don't use a rhythm pattern, nothing that is kind of mine, and in terms of how I would say it, in terms of how I would attach a beat to it, then it just stays a very flat delivery. Then it just stays normal. Then it's just language. I can't really hook onto it as an audience. I need those hooks. I need those emotional anchors, and I can underline these emotional anchors by using the right rhythm. And this is also a great way of memorizing huge chunks of text, big text, way, way quicker. So turn up some music. Turn up a nice hip-hop beat. like just the instrumental version of a great song, something that evokes a certain emotion, maybe that you can use for the text as well, that is kind of similar to what's going on in the text. And then you will see you get a way quicker connection. You can bridge the gap of, oh, now I need to learn, now it's mine already because I use the right rhythm. It's just about to filling the blanks and put everything into the right perspective, because beforehand we laid the foundation and now we start to kind of build the structure, and the structure is built, architecture is frozen music, like Schiller, the famous German poet, once said. If architecture is frozen music, then acting is music in motion, right? It's music in telling something. That's why it's called also musicality. And musicality is based on a rhythm. It's based on, how does this ship look like? My relationship with the audience has a certain look, has a certain feeling, has a certain rhythm attached to it. And how does this ship look like? How does it travel through the ocean of understanding, of words, of speech, of monologues that I'm trying to deploy in front of the camera on stage? That's the rhythm. That's my pattern. Once I get a grip of the rhythm, I get a way quicker grip of the lines themselves, especially when we're talking about huge chunks of text or information that I need to get across precisely. Thank you.